Alright, new day. Wheel cylinder took a poop on me. As you can tell, this is all brake fluid. The old one was leaking out of here, so I found a new one. Went to CarQuest, picked it up, put it in. This is the second one. The first one was the wrong, it was too big, just wasn't working, it wasn't right. Then found one for a 96 Cherokee, and that's the one fits in here. So if I need to order any parts for this thing, it'd be 96 Cherokee, like a wheel stud. But anyway, it's drum brake, so putting all this together was kind of or taking it apart was easy. That's always the easy part. The hard part's always putting it back together. So I'm gonna hook the brake line up, put the shoes back on, brake shoes, and the springs and all that fun jazz. So, and I got everything laid out on the table just the way it's supposed to go. So here's the old one. This is the part number for Dana 35 wheel seal. But spring, the attachments that hold it on there, this little guy goes on there, like right there, just like that, goes back on just like that. So then I got the cool tools to do it all. Spring installer, the little twister to put the spring back on, like all that stuff. This one's no, this one's good still. The spring installer is right here. And the little, this thing to push back on. So yeah, there it is. I'll see if I can try to get a video of me putting this back together. I'm pretty sure I'll get frustrated because these things are a pain in the butt. So hang tight. Okay. So we should start with this side. Oh no, I already ruined it, see? Got to take these out. Anyway, let me get this in there. I'll get right back to you guys. There it is. Those are always a fight. These ones and this one that hold the pads on, or the shoes. Anyway, got that in there, got the cable in there, got the little adjuster thing on the bottom in there. Oh, one more spring. One more spring. Got way too excited. I might need needle nose for this one. spring just pulled out. There it is. It is together. Adjusters there. Springy things there. Now, I just gotta hook up the brake line. Brake line. Anyway, there it is. Alright, got the brake line on, got the shoes all back on, so I'm going to get some brake clean and just clean the crap out of this thing. Get all the oil, the brake fluid and everything off of it. I broke the bleeder screw open, so I'm going to put some brake, take the pinchers off on that side and let it gravity feed through here, and then make sure I put that back on, and then I can put clean the drum, get all the oil out of that. Also put the drum back on, put the tire and wheel back on, and then bleed the brakes some more, and hopefully that fixes my problem. So let me get some brake fluid in there real quick. Oh yeah, that was quick. Sweet. So I'll just close this back up. Wait a second. Then open her again. There it is, you guys. I didn't show much of the, because it's a long video. That'd be a long video. So just gotta clean these pads. Ta-da! Anyway, there it is, you guys. And then when Mike has time again, you know Mike from Dirt Billy Deluxe, I'll have him help me bleed the brakes again. But that is it. I think it'll work. Put tire on and hopefully it'll work. But look at that thing, it's cool. Can't stop looking at it. It's cool, cool build. So here we go. All right, got the S10 in the shop. It's Friday. And I'm building me a crossmember. So this is gonna go right under the oil pan. So I'm gonna get it up in there. I kind of built this. So it's 2 inches from the frame down, and the oil pan has, I think, 1.5 inches wiggle room before it hits this. So I am going to clean the frame all up. I cut it. So the first go around, this is my second one making this. The first one I cut straight right here, and then 45'd it both ends, that side and this side, and then folded it up, and it made this shape. But when I went to cut it, I made it too short right here. So that was, and I had it the other way, like this piece was up here like that, if that makes sense. And I was gonna weld it here and here, well, here, and here, and then that was already, I didn't cut that part because it folded up. And then it kicked up like that, but it was too short. I measured it wrong, I guess. I don't know what I was doing. But it was 1 inch short on this side, 1 inch short on this side. So now I made it a little longer. I just cut the ears off, flipped this bar around, put it on there. So now it'll fit in there. I gotta clean the frame, all the oil and everything off of it. So there it is. So now I have enough clearance because I have it on this side instead of this side. It's just C-channel metal. So that should be plenty strong enough for that cross member. So I just cut inside width of the frame. 23 is inside the frame rails. I cut that there, 23, and then 45 the end, and measured. I had it here and then got the level, weld these long pieces back on, just like that. Weld the long pieces back on each side, and then put my level on there and measured off the level 2 inches off of the bottom of here to the top of that. That's where my frame rail is going to be, if that makes sense. And then cut it off 45, and this is what I came up with. So this should be plenty strong enough of a cross member. And then I got to build something similar to this for the transfer case transmission. It's gonna be the same, a little different. It's got to be a bolt-on because you have to have a bolt-on. But anyway, this will fit in there. So I just got to clean the frame rails on the bottom and get the paint all off of there. And I'm gonna try to leave it like this, sitting there with no flex in the frame or anything. Like, I checked all the air, and the tires got all 20 pounds of air in it all the way around, and it's level, as level as I can get it on the concrete floor. So I might roll it forward a little bit, just get off of that wood. Nah, it'll be all right. It's level, it's good. I just got to put that cross member in, weld it up, and I'll be done with the front cross member. So I will show you guys when I got it in the truck. All right, I got her in there. I got her all welded up. There it is, right there. So anyway, seems really close to the diff. Here's the diff. It's like 2-3 inches, but I think I'm gonna have to change it when I put the Dana 44 in it, because that's small. The 44 is way bigger. A lot of it's gonna have to change. But I think I could just notch it out, put a little notch in it, and it'll clear. But I should not hit that. I'm gonna put some bump stops in there to prevent it from hitting, because I don't want the suspension to go too far up, because that's when it starts getting, the tire gets into my cab and my fenders. It's clear now, like right now, the way it's set up, everything clears. And I did adjust my toe because I got a little death wobble back there when I drove it. But anyway, so yeah, there it is. I just gotta do the exhaust, figure out the exhaust, and then I think I have a drive line. Right here. I got a drive line right here. I'm gonna have to cut it and shorten it by, I think it's 2 inches, but I don't remember exactly. I gotta do that, move the cross member and the exhaust, and then I could put the drive line in, and then yeah, I'll have 4-wheel drive. I am excited. Getting closer. It's all the little stuff, but after it's all done, it's done. Just wheel it, drive it, daily it, whatever you want, I guess. I don't know, but there it is. That's a short one. Anyway, have a good day, you guys. Bye.